Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I decided I'm going to do some tips about coming to Canada as a student and going from that procedure to the express entry or um, any other permanent residency procedures that you'll need to take once you're living in Canada. So to start, we're just going to talk about coming to Canada as a student, what you'll need to do, what you need to know, and go from there. Now, I decided to do this because I've been getting questions from some of my friends about how you can come to Canada as a student to study and, what they'll need to do. And then someone even mentioned a company is charging 40 grand to provide them with advice and to help them with the application process. And I was like, that's money that you could be using towards coming here. So save your money. I'll give you free advice. And it's also on the IRCC website. So first things first, if you decide you want to come to Canada as a student, you'll need to make sure you have money. Money is number one. You'll need tons of it. So you'll need to be able to prove funds of 20,000 Canadian, which is equivalent of 2 million Jamaican dollars. And that is just practically tuition, because international students pay a lot of money in Canada. Now, I did a postgraduate certificate at Centennial College, and that ran me $17,000 and some change. So, depending on where you're studying and how long your course is going to be, it could get very costly. So, make sure you have money. Money is going to be your number one. Once you have decided that you have the funds or you have someone who can pay for you, you want to go ahead and apply to an institution. This institution has to be a designated learning institute or DLI, because you do have private colleges in Canada. Those will not be beneficial for you if you decide you want to work after you're done studying. You must study at a DLI institute to be able to work once your program has ended. Now, once you've decided which school you want to apply for, and if you need to find designated learning institutions, you can just go to Google and type in DLIs Saskatoon, or DLIs Brampton, DLIs whatever, Ontario, if you just want to do a general, and then pick from there, or whichever province, city you want to go, just put that there and it will guide you as to which colleges are considered designated learning institutes in that area. So once you've picked a school, and I kind of want you to wind down into picking one or two schools, because most Canadian schools are going to charge you to apply. So they do charge application fees, and those can be from anywhere from $90 to $200, depending on the school. So maybe pick one school and work with that. I only selected one, which was Centennial College, and that's in Ontario. And I don't remember how much I paid for the application fee, because I had applied in 2018 and decided to start in 2019. Didn't actually start until 2020. So I was a long time ago. But you will need application fees to be paid. So you just research the school, how much they charge, and then go from there. You'll also need to consider whether or not that school needs a certain amount of money to hold your spot. So for Centennial, it was $2,500 was the non-refundable tuition fee to hold your spot and to provide you with that letter that you needed to apply for your study permit with IRCC. For Saskatchewan Polytechnic, and I'm just giving an example, they want $10,000 to hold a spot. So you just need to consider which school you're going to apply for and how much they will want to hold your spot. Once you've done that, you've applied, you've paid the money that you need to pay, and you have to consider that you need to pay for a transcript in Jamaica as well to submit the application and all that. So just, you can do the math to see how much that's gonna run you to just to get that done. And then once you get that acceptance letter from the school, your next step is now to apply with IRCC for your study permit. And they do provide you with a visa as well, because you will need a visa to enter Canada. And if you want to leave during your study to travel and come back, you're going to need that visa, right? So the visa and permit length is always the length of your program. So if you're doing a 1-year program, the visa and permit will only be for a year. If you're doing a 2-year program, it's for 2 years, and so on and so forth. So yeah, go to IRCC once you get your acceptance letter and you want to apply for your study permit. Don't buy your plane ticket until you have received your study permit, and try to apply as quickly as possible or as soon as you can prior to leaving the country, because it could take from anywhere from 30 days to 4 months for you to get it. So just make sure you give yourself a lot of time to get that study permit before the time when school starts. But yeah, once you are ready, just go on to IRCC website. You can create a GC account and then fill everything online, or you can go to a visa application center and do it from there if you don't want to do everything online. So things that you're gonna need to apply for the study permit: of course, your passport size picture, because you need to do biometrics. If you have never traveled to Canada or done biometrics in the last 10 years, you're gonna need that. You'll need to send a copy of your bank statement if you're paying for your own tuition, or if someone is paying for you, they'll need to provide a sponsorship letter plus their bank statement. You'll need a statement of purpose, which is a 500-word essay or more, just outlining why you want to go to Canada, why you selected that school, how it's going to help you in your career path when you get back home, so on and so forth. And you can find more information on what to include on the IRCC's website. You'll need, so I said, the proof of fund, the acceptance letter, your passport size photograph, and yeah, that's basically all you'll need in terms of documentation. And you can verify all this information again on the IRCC website. Everything is there in layman's terms for anything that you'll need to find. So you never need to go anywhere else. Consult the IRCC website for everything that you need to know. Once you've applied for the study permit and you've done your biometrics and you've given them your passport and they've given you your visa in the passport, given you back everything, and they say, hey, you're good to go. So you know you're accepted or you're approved for your study permit and you're traveling to Canada. The same documents that you supplied to IRCC, those same documents plus that approval, you will need to walk with, and your biometrics letter when you're coming to Canada, because you will need to provide that at the airport or border services. So ensure that you keep all those documents, proof of funds, everything, and bring them with you. Make sure they're readily accessible in your carry-on or any backpack that you might carry. Don't put them in your check bag, please, because you will need them before you get to even the check luggage when you're going through customs. So I'm just making sure I'm not forgetting anything. So yeah, those are what you'll need to come to Canada. And then the cost for applying for your study permit is $150, but if you're doing your biometrics, that's another additional $100, I believe. So you can look at about $250 to apply, and maybe a little like a 20 grand for the school fee, but upfront you might be paying anywhere from $5 to 10 grand to hold your spot. Yeah, paying for your transcripts back home and stuff like that. So as I said, it is costly. So make sure you're saving if you decide that you want to come to Canada in the future, or you have someone who you know is gonna act as your sponsor. And don't try to depend on coming to Canada to work to pay for everything, because as students we're only allowed to work 20 hours per week during the school term, and then 40 hours per week on holidays. So yeah, prepare to have the money up front. Don't wait last minute and then say you're gonna work to get the money, because you might end up giving yourself a heart attack with all the stress and bills once you're here. And if you're coming to Canada under other means, because you can come on work permits, you can come as a permanent resident. It just depends how you apply and how you're coming. I can tell you the process for students because that's how I came to Canada, so that's the information I can really provide. But if you need like additional information on other ways to come to Canada, please check the IRCC website. You can find all the information that you need. You don't need to pay anybody $40 grand to get the information. Trust me, everything's there. You can find it easy. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't skip anything. But if you have any additional questions or you need additional tips, you can put them in the comments below, or you can visit my Instagram. I will put it in the description. Salute me, I'm too good, and you can DM me for any additional information that I can provide. There are stuff that I might know or I can tell you about, but I can't say it on here. So definitely link me on Instagram, and I can even provide more ways of like how you can come up with money once you're here in Canada, loans and stuff like that that you won't know about just by browsing the internet. So yeah, definitely get back to me on that. And yeah, if there's anything that you want to know that's general information that isn't something that I cannot disclose on here, then you can just leave it in the comment section and I will respond when I can. Next week, I will talk a bit more about different costs that you will have once you are here in Canada and, you know, how to prepare for that. So I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.